Now here we begin with the topic of studying a line in 3D space. Now here in this topic we would be studying the equation of a line in two forms, that is either a vector form or a Cartesian form. Basically both of these refer to the same line, but the equation is represented either involving vectors or involving just Cartesian coordinates, that is without the vectors, right? So let us see the most important fundamental equation of a line. When we have been given a point through which the line passes and a vector to which the line is parallel, right? So the equation of the line having a given point and parallel to a given vector. So in this figure the point A, okay, is given to us, that is we know the coordinates of that point, and the green colored line is the line that passes through that point, and the line is parallel to some other vector b bar which is also given to us, okay? And now we want to find out what is the equation of this particular line. Okay? Now whenever we want to find the equation of any curve, we always consider some general point on that curve. So here also let us consider some point P whose position vector is r bar, right? So therefore if you consider the vector AP bar, you see the vector AP bar can be given as position vector of point P, that is r bar, minus position vector of point A, that is a bar, isn't it? Final minus initial. Now we see that the vector AP bar is clearly parallel to vector B bar because which is given to us. Therefore we can write AP bar as some scalar multiple of B bar. We call that scalar as, say, lambda. So therefore putting the expression for AP bar, which is r bar minus a bar, turns out to be lambda B bar, and hence taking a bar on the other side we get the final expression as r bar is equal to a bar plus lambda times B bar. So this is what we call as the vector form of the equation of the line passing through the given point, which is a bar, and parallel to the given vector, which is B bar, correct? So if we know the given point and the given vector B bar, we can directly write down the vector form of the equation like this, okay? So that is a vector form of the equation. Now let us see how to write the same equation in Cartesian form, right? Now for this we will have to assume the Cartesian coordinates of both the points. So let us consider that the given point has Cartesian coordinates x1, y1, z1. Let us call the generic point to have the coordinates as x, y and z, which is what we normally do. And let us consider B bar to have the direction ratios as A, B and C. Okay? So basically since we know B bar, ultimately we know its direction ratios also. And the same direction ratios will be of the line also because the line is parallel to the B bar, correct? Now from the equation that we obtained, if you do r bar minus a bar, right? So we are subtracting the coordinates of a bar from r bar. So what we will get is x minus x1 times I cap plus y minus y1 times j cap plus z minus z1 times k cap will be equal to lambda times B bar. So if we substitute the expression for B bar can be written as A I cap plus B j cap plus C k cap. Now we do this because A, B and C are the direction ratios of vector B bar. So they can be considered as the coefficients of I, J and K. So here if we compare the coefficients of I, J and K on both sides, we will get x minus x1 to be equal to lambda A. That means x minus x1 upon A has to be equal to lambda. Similarly, if we compare the coefficients of j, then we would get y minus y1 is equal to lambda into b. So therefore clearly y minus y1 upon b also is equal to lambda. And similarly we can compare the coefficients of k and we'll get z minus z1 upon c equal to lambda. So therefore finally equating all the ratios, we get the final relation as x minus x1 whole divided by a must be equal to y minus y1 whole divided by b, and that must be in turn equal to z minus z1 whole divided by c. And this is what is called as the Cartesian form of the equation of the line. In this Cartesian form, we observe that the denominators basically represent the direction ratios of the line, that is a, b and c, and the quantities which are subtracted from x, y and z in the numerator, the subtracted quantities indicate the coordinates of the given point which lies on the line. So therefore x1, y1, z1 represents the point lying on the line. So therefore here we get the Cartesian form and the vector form of the line.